Welcome, Jaki. How are you?
I'm good. It's a pleasure to be sitting in the Australian version of the White House. This is incredible. I feel like I'm a government official in this setting. It's very contrasting, but I love it. Thank you so much for having me here.
Well, thank you for your time. And it's a different setting, but bit more. I wanted to have a bit more deep dive with you and then see what's behind the idea of Mr. Sikant or Sikant.
Yeah.
To start with, can you tell me a bit more about yourself and your story, and how have you landed from just Kirat to Sikant?
Yeah, I'll try and summarize it as quickly as I can. It can go and turn into a pretty long story. But essentially born in India with a Punjabi family, Sikh like yourself, and moved here and kind of just realized that, you know, the way to connect with people, if we're just talking about the Sikant channel side, is the way to connect with people, way to disarm people. When I was in in Australia, coming from India at a time when I was the only brown person in school, not even the only Sikh, because I used to wear a pug and had a dadi, but beard and turban in English. And to be the outsider, I felt like the only way to connect was to tell jokes, and jokes at the expense of each other. Because I think what people forget in this very, I'm not going to use the word polarized, but very like somewhat sensitive environment, is that people think that the nicer you are to someone and navigating landmines, it actually develops a connection. And I've never felt that. I feel like the closest connections you develop with people are people you can actually completely annihilate as a roast, as a joke, and they can do it vice versa. And that's how you know you deeply love each other, because all those words don't mean anything. That's just you having fun. And I'm talking about guys. Maybe with a guy and a male and a female, a little bit different. You can't roast the absolute daylights out of a female. Sometimes if you have the relationship, you can. So anyway, so I started knowing that was the way to kind of merge into the Australian, the kind of Australian people have a very sarcastic, very humorous personality. So I had to be quick, sharp to keep up with them. Language was a little bit different. I wasn't as fluent in English when I moved here. And first language was Punjabi, and then Hindi as the second, third language essentially. So anyway, so over time, comedy became the way to deal with tough situations, deal with uncomfortable situations, develop connections, and disarm tension. There is no better way to disarm tension than a joke in a professional meeting, in a public speaking environment, in this sort of setting. If I came in here and just talked to you like a robot, Dave, it's a pleasure to meet you. We've had a great day, and da-da-da-da. You'd be like, oof, this guy's pretty rough and boring. You go, oh man, what a great setup. I feel like I'm in the White House. Automatically we reduce the tension a little bit. So it's become like a method of coping with tense situations and just developing relationships. And then over the years, it's always been a thing, doing some level of comedy. And then the street interviews have just kind of taken off, where most people know me from that. But I've also done all of that on a business side, business first, and then this came as a hobby, which has now become a thing on its own. So that's the quickest summary I can give you over I guess a 20, 30 year period.